Hey guys, it's Tom Weir with the Next New Home team at Keller Williams. Hope you're having a great day. I had some different thoughts that came into my head today that I thought I'd share with you, and it really goes into some of the differences between agents that are talking about listing your property. So if you're considering selling your home, this is a good example, or just some thoughts to really think about, that not two agents are created equal, and it really is critical that you hire the right agent to get the job done. And where I'm going with this is I actually was talking with a client, and some of the agents that they were interviewing posed some different strategies. And there's no right or wrong. I mean, everybody's got their own business model. But when it comes down to selling your home, having somebody that is skilled in the sales process is pretty critical. And there's a couple of examples of different agents that I'd like to share with you. Again, no right or wrong, no judgment. But there, first that you're going to get is the discount house. And those are the agents that are going to come in and they're going to offer to list your property for sale at a ridiculously low price, or negotiate their fee based on your negotiating abilities with them. I'd hope that you pause a little bit with that and think about, if they're willing to give up their commission that quickly, what are they going to do with your money when it comes down to negotiating the contract? And you might say, well, you have control over that, but do you really? Every day, realtors are going back and forth, negotiating on each of their clients' behalf as much as 5% of the purchase price of a home. So when it's your money that's at play, how much of that is actually being spent before you even have the opportunity to take a look at the contract? So the discount agent is one that is probably not going to be looking out for your interest, or maybe isn't the right person for you, unless you're just purely just looking for the lowest price, in which case have at it. But I'd also ask you, when was the last time you bought something on price alone? When was the last time you bought anything that was just the cheapest? It didn't really matter what it was. It was just the cheapest. And I don't know that there's probably anything that you really have bought of value that actually was the case. The other thing is going to be the agent that it's kind of along the same lines, but they come at you a little differently. And instead of discounting their price, they throw in more service. And they're going to go through and offer to have professional photography. Any good agent should have professional photography done. And again, no judgment if you're not doing it, or the agent that you know, or friends or family members that aren't. But in my business, I put professional photography on every listing, regardless of the sales price. That's just my standard. However, other agents will pay for a stager. They'll pay for a pre-appraisal. They will pay for a pre-inspection. And a lot of times those are things that they're just throwing at you to where you're more enamored with the things that you get for free, instead of really making sure that you're getting the right agent to do the job. So they're kind of coming at you a little differently. So if you were to take all of those things out, you'd almost be better off by going with the discount agent, because you probably get it cheaper, and then paying for all of those little things, if that was really going to make the difference between your house selling quickly and for the most amount of money. But I'd argue that the actual real point of having the right agent is one that is highly skilled. And by that I mean that they're continuously training to learn sales negotiation tactics. They're learning marketing tactics. They're disciplined in their lead generation and lead follow-up system. So you might want to ask questions around that to figure out what they're doing. In my business, I reinvest a lot of my capital back into my business to teach and train those that I work with, to make sure that we're always going to be as sharp as we possibly can be. And an easy example of this would be, I relate it to sports, and I'll use this example, will be golf. If I wanted to be the best golfer out there, I'm not going to be able to do it by getting the best club, the big bowling ball and a stick club, the coolest shoes that don't really look like golf shoes, but they really are, and the cool pants that everybody's wearing now when they're actually out on the course, and a real flashy shirt, and the hat that has the straight brim that, when I started wearing ball caps back in the day, they had the curved brim, and now people will tell you that that's just too tight, or I don't know. But I could go out and get all the gear that I want and throw it all in, and it's not going to make me any better. And I would argue that probably if I went through and continued to invest in lessons, whether it was putting or driving or stance or approach or anything like that, that I would continuously get better and my game would get a lot better. If you've ever seen me on the golf course, I don't invest money in golf because I'm a terrible golfer. I know it, I recognize it, and I don't proclaim to be a good golfer. So I think that if you use that analogy and compare it to selecting the right real estate agent, I can go out there and put on the best show that I possibly can. But if I don't have the skill inside and if I haven't invested in myself, I'm probably not the right person for the job. Maybe it is for you, maybe it's not, but I think that, hopefully this will give you a little bit of a different perspective to think about in who you're hiring. Because I'll be honest, it doesn't take much to get a real estate license. It's about a 60-hour course. And the course itself does not actually teach you a lot of what it is about the day-to-day operations of real estate. So making sure that you're aligned with the right person is going to be critical to getting your home sold and for the most amount of money in the least amount of time. Hope this helps. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out to me. My number is 804-901-3177. You can follow me at nextnewhometeam.com. We're on Facebook at Next New Home Team, LinkedIn. Email me, Tom at nextnewhometeam.com. Anywhere you'd like to reach out. Have a great night.